Hello dear viewers, I'm waspbloke and welcome to the @win server. Right, I've not made any videos for quite some time. It's been a few months since the @win server replaced the previous incarnation, and I've not done a lot since we started here. Everybody else has been cracking on with it, but I've kind of been absent for quite some time. As you can see, all I've built is this ridiculous little platform and a bit of a wall over there where my portal is. Excuse me, just scratching my beard. So I've got quite a lot of work to do really. I didn't bring anything with me from the old server, and I've collected a few bits and pieces the few times that I've been on, but I've really not got a lot done, obviously. So the plan is here, just for this video, just to sort of a ad hoc sort of chat about what I hope to accomplish here. Get started on some kind of permanent dwelling for myself that's not this ridiculous thing. My place on the server lies between that pillar there and that pillar over there in the distance. Draw an imaginary line between them, and then everything that way between those two pillars off into infinity is mine. My land to do with what I want. My little plot here is sort of bisected by this river, where I've got the desert on one side of the river and a forest over there on that side of the river. I want to come and live in the desert partly because it doesn't rain over here, and also you can see mobs coming a lot easier in the desert than you can anywhere else, I find. So what I want to do, those of you who might have seen some of my previous videos on the other server will have seen me building some village houses, and I want to do that again here because I never really sort of took that concept that I was going for there to where I wanted to go with it. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of carry on where I left off there, really start rebuilding the kind of village that I had going on there with the sort of dwellings. I'm probably going to mix it up a bit though and differ things quite considerably, because I've got certain ideas that don't really fit in with how I was doing things there. But I think for a start I will just make some basic buildings like I had going on back there, and I think the first one's probably going to be right here next to the portal. So I think what I ought to do is turn the sound down, because we don't want that noisy thing disturbing us. Now I've collected some sandstone. Hopefully I've got enough. I'm just going to make one of my basic village houses as I had it previously, and I think it's going to go here somewhere. It's going to go right next to the portal, and it's going to be sort of some kind of, I don't know, welcoming house. I don't know, whatever. How big did I have it? I had a sort of a double plot, sort of twice this size, wasn't it? So there are a couple of those, so I don't want that one there. Like so. And then this was, I think, 5 on the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then, okay. So that's the basic outline of the house, and there was windows around, something like this, I think. Probably get rid of that one there, have another window there. If I excuse my voice, it's a little bit croaky at the moment. Not entirely sure why. Don't feel like I've got a cold or anything, but my voice is just gone a bit dry and croaky. I think it might be the toothpaste I was using earlier actually. It's very minty. It sort of dries my throat out a bit. Right, so probably not a lot of you watching this. What few of you there might be watching this at any rate, because I've not got a lot of subscribers. Probably don't know an awful lot about me. Yeah, maybe 2 windows. Yeah, I've got 3 windows there, haven't I? Nuts to it. It'll do. No, that doesn't look right, does it? So that there, and pop that one out of there. I'm going completely sort of from memory here, from the old houses that I had going on over there. No, that doesn't look right. Yes, so a little bit about me, I guess. I'm 42 years old. I'm an OAM, an old age Minecrafter. And I'm a bit of a geeky, nerdy, IT, computery, blah blah blah, that kind of sort of person. Been mucking about with computers since I was 10 years old when I got my first ZX80, Sinclair ZX80. And do I want this here? Yes I do. And what did I do with that? Played games with it, programmed on it, and that's kind of what I've been doing with computers ever since, really. Apart from when I've been doing paid employment IT jobs, where I've not been paid to play with computers, but to mend them usually, or give people helpful advice as to why their efforts are resulting in blue screens and mangled up pieces of paper being spat out of the printers and whatnot. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I need some windows in this back wall here, so one there and one there. I'll have a door joining them up. Window there, and another line of sandstone over there. Now we want a shrubbery. No, we don't. We don't want a shrubbery. We want... Oh, night time's coming. We want this here. And there's going to be a staircase up this side, or shall we do it up the back? Nope, we'll do it up the side. So, there, and there. Okay. And then just fill it in with wood. Yep, so I've been mucking about with computers for a hell of a long time. And my current favourite games at the moment are Dead Space 3. I sort of gave up playing Skyrim a couple of months back. I played Far Cry 3 all the way through, and then I've not been back to it since. I didn't find it anywhere near as enjoyable as Far Cry 2. I mean, it's alright, it was a good enough game, but I don't know why, but Far Cry 2, I can just keep playing in that forever, and it just never gets boring. But Far Cry 3, although essentially it's the same game, it's got the same sort of open world, lots of, sort of side missions and whatnot, so it should have the same appeal, but for some reason it just doesn't. I just didn't like it as much. I mean, I played the game through and it was enjoyable enough, but it didn't make me want to go back and play it anymore once I'd done it. Maybe I will do in the future. I'll sort of get interested in it again and have another go, but I don't know why, but Far Cry 2 was just so much better than Far Cry 3. I think part of what it was is that I just didn't like the characters. I found those whiny, just all those kids that just annoying, horrible. I didn't enjoy those characters at all. I thought they were, I could quite happily leave them to die at the hands of the pirates and whatnot on those islands. I just didn't find them really motivating at all. So something's wrong here. I need an edge on this. How did I have the edge before? I need that there. Yeah. And then I think what I'm going to have... Ouch. Yes. Right. No, that's not right, is it? I'm sure I did stairs. Just for that look of it. Oops. Ow. Silly cactus. Yeah, that's right. I think it looks good anyway. And all the way along there. And then back around this corner. I need some more of that. Yes. And then I had a second floor apartment up here, so there'll be a terrace here, and then I need to border it all with a wall of sandstone going all the way around, and then an apartment at that end over here. So yes, that's all in the way there. Let's get the rest of these stair pieces made up. Doop 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 doop. Is that going to be enough? 28 possibly. Let's see how we go with that. Oops. I had some fence posts as well, sort of acting like supports on this overhanging part, I seem to remember. Ah, look at that. Was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Oops. So I built this little platform just as an emergency, get away from the mobs kind of area. And then the few times that I've been back on the server since, I've not really spent enough time to concentrate on doing anything more useful about my accommodation. But all that is changing. It will be fixed. I think here I had some fence posts coming down from this corner, so let's just nick these off here. Get them out of the way, I don't want to keep walking into these. Yeah, so that's not going to work. So I need to put a full block of wood in there. I mean, it looks nicer with the corner stair, I think, but no, that looks good. That looks proper. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Same here. Stick that there. Whack some fence posts down. Good. Yep. Okay. I'm going to make this wall mob proof. I'm not too sure how yet. I don't want to make it just a big blank wall. That's going to be a bit ugly. What I might do is just plop some fence along here and then maybe stick a half slab row of sandstone across the top of it, perhaps. Don't know. I'll come back to that. I don't think either what I'm going to do with this wall. I will extend it out here and extend it back that way a bit, but I'm not going to make it a fully enclosing wall, so these two sides here are going to remain open. Yeah, I've got a sort of vague picture in my mind about how I want that to look, so we'll come back to that. Do I want to just put some upside down stairs here just to make these stairs look a bit neater? Yep, I like that. I think I'm going to have to just get rid of that though, because that looks a bit gopping. Gopping. I said gopping. In case you don't know what gopping means, just ugly. If something's gopping, it's ugly. Pop another thing there. And a fence, okay. And up there. Okay, so let's just whiz around the top, put the wall around, and see about starting the apartment on the top. Okay. Ooh. Okie dokie. Splendid. So, this is the terrace, or the terrace area. Where's the middle? Do we know where the middle is? Just make things slightly awkward for myself. There's the middle, so put that there as a marker. Okay. And then, boink, boink, boink. How do we want this? Door in the middle, door at the edge. Excuse me, scratching my beard again. I think if we have a door there, rather, and then we can have a large window looking out onto the terrace. That looks okay. We don't want massive windows here. 2 double windows there. A double window there. Double window there. Yep, I like that. And I'm running out of sandstone, so okay. Night time's coming. Let's have a quick look at this. Stand back. Oops, take that out. So I've run out of sandstone, and I'm going to have to dig a load of the desert up to fix that little problem. And I'm not going to bore you with me digging sand up and turning it into sandstone. So I think that'll do for this episode. just a very brief introduction to me on this server. Like I said, I've been here, or the server's been here for a few months now, but I've hardly had any time to spend on it because I've been busy with other things in my life that have now started to sort themselves out enough for me to have some free time to come and play back on the server, which is great, because there's some really good people on here, and if you don't already know them, then the links in the description to the other people on the server. I encourage you to go and check them out if you don't know them already. And some really good people, really good content, really good building work and whatnot going on this server. So very much worth your time to go and peruse that content. So yeah, I'm going to carry on building this, and next time hopefully we'll have a bit more to show you going on here with some more buildings, hopefully get in place for my next video. Yep, and I shall have torn this awful thing down here and moved into this house here. I think this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be my initial accommodation. I did have a cow somewhere. It seems to have buggered off though. You just can't get the cows. Right, okay, this is me. Thanks for watching, and see you next time, hopefully. Bye bye.